Welcome back to Flow Made Simple. In last week's Tabata style workout, there were 4 different 360 drills, plus a 5th drill that burned out the legs while resting our grip. And in this video, I'm discussing the essential coaching tips that you need to get the most out of these drills in your workouts. So, the first thing is about the basic 360. Relatively simple in terms of the grand scheme of things. However, in this particular movement, I really want to be focusing, as I said in the video, on my posture. Now, I kept calling out engaging the glutes and engaging the core as being the most important things. But additionally, you also want to make sure that your spine is long and straight. So you don't want your head coming forward head posture while doing a 360. You don't want that. And additionally, you want to be making sure that some of the tension coming from your glutes comes from screwing your feet into the ground. So that would be for my right foot would be going clockwise, so they're screwing it in the ground, and for my left foot, it would be counterclockwise. And so this action, screwing my feet in the ground, will help provide additional stability during the 360. Now on to the second drill, which is the 360 with a curl. Now, this is where things begin to get interesting because the weight of the mace pulls you off balance as you catch and arrest the momentum of the 360 and stop it with one hand. And specifically, this is going to fire your obliques. So you want to be mindful that you want to maintain your posture, not just to be nice and strong and tall, but also you don't want to be tipping over throughout your 360 with those curls. Additionally, as you perform the curl, you want to make sure that your shoulder is in external rotation. That's very important to also maintain posture. And additionally, it'll help you improve the tension field between the hand at the head of the mace and the hand at the tail of the mace. The reason this tension field matters is that it actually improves the power of the movement and it improves the efficiency of it because you can create tension between the hands and thus push down on the tail to help you move the head of the mace up. So that's another essential call out. Third movement we had was going to be 360s with a hip hinge. Now this one is actually one of my favorites and it's for one very specific reason that I'll call out right now. And that is that as you bring the mace up and initiate the 360, you go through hip extension. And what this means in terms of an athletic perspective is that as you are firing your glutes and you're firing your whole posterior chain and you're pulling the mace up, you're activating your lat as you begin to pull the mace back towards your center, towards your core, you can actually hinge up and the mace can come up and across your body, and the energy that comes from your hips to bring your trunk vertical is the same energy that can power the 360 as it initiates. And that's very powerful. So it actually saves your arms and your shoulders by being able to use your lower body, which is just generally a sound principle because you have a lot bigger muscle groups down there. So those are 3. Now the 4th exercise, last 360 exercise that I did in this workout just now is about including lateral lunges with the 360. Now, another athletic thing. Just like I was saying, you begin the 360 as you complete your hip hinge and you're using the power of your hips to initiate the 360. Same thing with this lateral lunge. As you catch that mace in what we call cross body bottom at the end, you're going to push off through that bent leg, especially using the glute, and that energy is going to help you to actually bring the mace up. Additionally, there's a point that I want to make on timing. You can see that as I push back to center, as the bent leg pushes off, that's when I bring the mace back across the center of my body. And ideally, I'm coming back into center stance as the mace is around vertical. And this helps to improve the efficiency of not only just the swing, but also my balance, because I'm consolidating the mace's center of gravity near my own. And this way I'm able to much more efficiently move away from my starting position and collapse back into it. So it's just another good, sound athletic principle. And finally, we had our shields and horse stance. Now this is a powerful exercise for a ton of reasons, and if you did it, you'll notice that it really gets exhausting at the end. Now, one specific call out that I didn't mention in the video in the 20 seconds I had to talk as I caught my breath is that as you press into your shield, you actually want to make sure that you're using both arms to control that shield. You want to make sure you're creating a tension field between both hands. Specifically, I like to squeeze the mace together. Finally here, you wanna make sure that you're actually pushing out and keeping your shoulders in a stable position while you do so. What that means is that you're going to be pushing all the way forward and you're going to be engaging your serratus anterior as you punch forward. You don't wanna have your shoulders rolling forward. You wanna be keeping them relatively externally rotated, but you wanna be having the serratus anterior punching forward to get that full extension. So those are a couple of essential tips. If you haven't done this workout, I highly recommend it. It's very tiring, very challenging, but it also gives you a lot of repetition with very powerful and essential steel mace movements. So you can check that workout out right here. Thank you very much for watching and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more incredible videos.